What's up, my friends? My name's iirix, and today I'm going to be reviewing a card. It's a little tough for me because it goes in a very specific spot because it does play in the tribal role. Today's card is Thalias Lieutenant. Want to know why it gets you a 1/1. When Thalias Lieutenant enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on each other human you control. Great! Whenever another human enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on Thalia's Lieutenant. Awesome. So she not only powers up your other creatures, but over time she'll power up herself. That's great. That's awesome. What's the downside? Humans. And before I get into too much of a rant on that tribe, it's in white. I think white has the most humans of any tribe. Red, you think goblins. Green, you think elves. What do you think of in blue? Human wizards. Well, there's humans. What about black? Demons? Zombies? Zombies. Zombies are more common than demons, but demons are in there. But red, you got goblins and dragons. Green, you got elves and, I guess, beasts. So that's the downside. That's not a huge downside. And obviously, if you draft the card or put it in your standard deck, you'll build your deck to play with that. And, it's a very small category, but it's being tribal, but I do like it because it's tribal for humans, and humans are everywhere. Once they did the big errata of Lorwyn, I believe it was Lorwyn time, where they said, no, you don't just have a cleric anymore. Now it's a human cleric. You don't just have, one of those things. It has to be a human or a zombie or a goblin, so they put human everywhere. Human is probably the most common tribe by far. I'm not going to go and make any declarations in that, because maybe there's more elves. I don't know. Elves are pretty popular. Goblins are pretty big, too. But humans are everywhere. So it's not really a downside on this card. What I don't like is when it comes into play, you get +1 counter on each other human you control. Awesome. That's perfect. I will accept that she does every other human you control, because if she did herself, too, well, that's 2 for a 2/2 right from the start, so they have to bump up that mana cost. This is fair right now. What I don't like is you need to have more humans come into play for her to get powered up herself. Is it a her? Probably a he. Yeah, it's a he. I'm far away from the picture. I keep saying her. I'm thinking of Thalia, and Thalia is a she. Anyway, Thalia's Lieutenant takes some time to get powered up. That's not a big deal, seeing as how it's not like you're building him up and that's going to be your finisher. That's not your win condition, Not such a big deal, but I do feel I need to point out the pros and cons, all of them that come to mind. And you'll play him, he'll be +1 counters across the board, and that's about it. Once he dies, whatever. And you might benefit more if you let him die, because then you can, in white, not too tough, white and black, bring him back from the graveyard, get all those +1 counters on all your humans again. So maybe you do want him to die. Maybe you do want him to be small. It depends on how you build your deck. But, that's up to you. For Thalia's Lieutenant, today I'm going to have to say in draft, I'm going to give him a 3.5 because all the reasons I stated before. And draft, it's not too hard to get humans, Yeah, they're obviously going to be 5 colors and typically 8 people drafting in a pod. So, it might be a little difficult to get the white and blue cards, but humans are so common, I don't think you're going to be like, damn, I only got 3. It's not going to be that big of a deal. For standard, another 3.5, because you can build your deck however you want, and if you put this into your deck for standard, you're obviously playing a ton of humans, if not all of them are humans. Modern, 2.5. I don't think that there's a lot of white rush, white weenie. I called it white rush when I started playing. I don't think there's a lot of that going on in Modern, but maybe this is a card that will make some deck somewhere a little bit better. Obviously not Tier 1, probably not Tier 2, but maybe, in like a Modern test deck, maybe, if somebody's working on Human Tribal. For EDH, a 2, and it's because it's not very good, and obviously humans. The only place I really think you can play it is in a Teysa token deck, and even then, she makes spirits. You're making tokens of spirits. Maybe you make some human tokens. I don't know. It's like some soldiers or something. I don't know. I don't think so. But if you're going to play it in EDH, I see it being in a token deck because how many people are making EDH human tribal? It's not a thing. I've never heard of that. But that's what I have to say about it. You got a different opinion? Let me know in the comments down below. If you liked the video, give a like. Check out some other reviews. If you want to hear more in the future, subscribe to the channel. Doesn't cost you a thing. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see y'all next time.